on ESPN Baton Rouge. And remember, if you didn't do so yet, be sure to like, subscribe right here on this page. And you can go to Inside the Trenches with Marlon Favorite and do the same thing, like and subscribe. Well, speaking of Inside the Trenches, my next guest is a big dog in the trenches. Similar to me, like from Louisiana, played at LSU. Except he got drafted to the Miami Dolphins in the 5th round. From there, he went on to the New England Patriots. Sound familiar? My next guest is none other than Davon Godchaux. Welcome to Inside the Trenches, D.
What's good? What's good? I'm glad for you guys to have me, man. It's a pleasure to be here. Excited for the Chop It Up.
Sure. Now, speaking of chopping it up, the Child Down Foundation has a school supply giveaway, and had it. It was exceptionally well here at the Boys and Girls Club right here in New Orleans. What did it feel like to give back at home?
Great being back, man. Being from Plaquemine, always have a back to school giveaway down there, but I wanted to kind of switch things up as being, a member of the New Orleans Saints now to come down and have a back to school giveaway, and it was amazing. It was exciting to see the boys and girls' faces, giving the school supplies, helping them get back to school this month of August. So it was great seeing the smile on their faces, having lunch with them. It was a great feeling.
That is amazing, brother, and thank you for spreading the love all over Louisiana. Tell the people where you're from.
Plaquemine, Louisiana. We call it P-Town where I'm from. 15, 20 minutes from LSU, so right across the bridge as a kid. Always driving across that bridge, going to Baton Rouge. Always knew I was going to be a Tiger, and just kind of like just a living dream, just kind of living testament of what hard work can do.
Now, off there, you talked to us about doing this type of giveaway back home in Plaquemine, being here with the New Orleans Saints and seeing all of the guys and girls' faces. How does it feel to be able to be that staple here in the state? You was once a young kid coming up knowing how times was hard. What that feeling felt like?
I tell people it's always a great feeling. And, when you giving back, everybody thinks giving back is about giving money, but it's not really always about the money. It's just about, like, giving people your time. Just a 10, 15-minute conversation with somebody, that changed my life. We had a guy came back to our school, and he was a part of LSU. Don't really remember what he did, but his conversation impacted me, and it wanted me to get up and be something of myself. And I just tell people, if you just can talk to somebody, have a room full of 100 people, and if you just can change one person's life, I feel like you did your job, So just always just having a conversation with somebody means a lot more than giving money.
100%.
Wow. Yeah.
So I heard you say you knew you were going to go to LSU.
Yeah.
So when you made that decision, what was that decision like? Because I'm sure you had other offers to go other places.
It was kind of a mix of LSU, Ole Miss, Florida. They had Muschamp. Ole Miss, I had Hugh Freeze. He was hot. You had, West Coast schools, UCLA, USC. Coach O was at USC then.
That's right.
But I just knew, like, the football I wanted to play, the physicality, the SEC was the right place for me. And then once I barred it down, I'm like, LSU is like, looked up the, like the Glenn Dorsey's, the Marcus Spears, and people like that. And, just always, like, once you, saw that, it was a no-brainer, and LSU, it was a big-time thing for everybody, let's go to LSU. So, once that opportunity came, I knew I had to take advantage of it.
No doubt. If y'all are just tuning in Inside the Trenches, you're listening to New Orleans Saints defensive tackle Davon Godchaux. Be sure to follow him on the social media platform, Child Down. That is also the name of his foundation, the Child Down Foundation.
Yes, sir.
Be sure to look it up on the websites and be sure to check it out. And if you want to contribute, I want to talk a little bit more about that, because being back home, a lot of folks want to figure out how they could get involved with players giving back. How could they, get directly involved with the Child Down Foundation?
Just hit us up on the website. Hit us up in the email. I'm sure they have an email attached to it. I'm always open for people helping. I'm always, just kind of like want to be leaning on like the big brother, like that's the main thing about why we did the Boys and Girls program, because I'm a big believer in it needs to be mentors. Because I have a mentor. Somebody mentored me.
That's right.
So I just think this is a way for people to put people in better positions. So I'm always open to that, and Child Down Foundation is always open to helping people.
I want to take it back to the LSU days. You came in a class that was a big-time class.
Loaded.
You had you, Leonard in that class, Jamal Adams.
Yeah.
You guys had success at LSU in terms of stats. A lot of y'all guys went to the NFL. I guess talk to our viewers about that time frame playing, because you sat on that cusp. See how he sat on that cusp of being on the Coach Miles staff, and then not even fully midway into the season, Coach O talking, Ed took over.
No, I mean, I wish we would have won some championships because we had a loaded 2014 class, man. We had a loaded guys, number one tight ends, number one running back player, Leonard Fournette, number one safety, Jamal, number one receiver, Malachi. So we had a lot of guys that was loaded, but I just wish we could have just finished and won a championship and just, kind of like Joe Burrow, them, they stamped it over there with, winning championships, him, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson. Our defense was better than, and that, take no offense, but I feel like our defense was
right.
That year our defense was going up against guys like Ashawn Robinson, Jane Reed of Alabama, young Deron Payne. Our defense was number one in the SEC that year when we played Derrick Henry and he ran all over us. But I just feel like we could have finished and won. But you're nothing in no lead without a quarterback. So I just feel like missing piece was, we probably didn't have a consistent quarterback play. But our defense was definitely, and we had a lot of weapons on offense, a lot of weapons. Like I said, Malachi was number one receiver come out of high school. We had DJ Chark, we had a lot of guys. A guy you probably don't even know, Russell Gage, who was a good receiver too. So we had a lot of weapons. We had Ja'Cory, number one tight ends from Lake Charles. We had pieces. I'm telling you,
it was crazy.
We just couldn't take advantage of it. Offense, we just couldn't take advantage of it. And I just feel like we were still stuck in the old era when now the new era is having a dual threat quarterback, which is you got to have, because if you don't have a dual threat quarterback, you can't have a pocket passer now because it just doesn't work. I mean, he can throw from the pocket, but he got to be able to scramble.
For real.
So I mean, we in Alabama had those pieces, So I always feel like we was just as talented as them, or even more, but we just didn't have the quarterback position ready to go, and that hurt us because I feel like we should at least have one or two natties, and I'm sure a lot of those guys feel the same way too. So I'm glad they was able to do it with Joe Burrow, and hopefully we can do something this year and win something, because there's a lot of hype coming out of LSU this year. So I'm excited for it.
No doubt.
Yeah, now that you make me think about that, that was a stacked team, and I think we all was kind of frustrated that the offense didn't catch up.
Yeah.
I'm sure you have amazing stories at LSU, brother. And we know that you eventually got drafted by the Miami Dolphins.
Yep.
Believe it or not, this station is based out of Baton Rouge.
Yep.
Yeah. And
225.
Tell Baton Rouge, what did you love so much about LSU in your experience, or one of the great experiences you had on a Saturday night?
Just really, it's a lot of things we can talk about, but just nothing give you goosebumps than walking down that Tiger Hill, that Tiger Walk, getting ready to go in front of 110,000 right now.
Yeah, it's live.
110,000 fans, and screaming, and just electric, man. I remember we played Ole Miss my freshman year, and I was talking to Loyola Studio about this one day. And Loyola Studio was a sophomore. He was the number one tackle. Came out. Mm-hmm. They had the number one tackle, number one defensive player, Robert Condici, number one receiver, Laquan Treadwell. They were stacked.
That's right.
So number one. We played them, and they was ranked at the time top 5.
Yeah,
this was top 5 that year. And we was probably late, 20-something ranked. That's my freshman year, and we beat them in LSU. That was a crazy memory that I remember. I think I got ejected that game for unsportsmanlike or something like that. I got ejected in the third quarter. Right. But that game was crazy. But just nothing like walking down that Tiger Hill, man. We had like I said, I feel like we had a lot more in the tank that we could have finished. But God does everything for a reason, so I never questioned him on that. But it was a great feeling. We still have bonds today that we talk about, that we laugh about. Getting there my freshman year with Tommy Moffitt. I'm like, this guy hate freshmen. It's like we finished the workout, and Tommy wanted us to do up downs. So I told Tommy, I was like, man, F this. I'm going inside. Right. And it was like, oh man, you can't do this. You can't quit. I'm like, bro, Tommy got us doing this. We just finished, and he wanted us to do 30 more. Yeah, and I thought it was, but it was just all. I see the vision of what he was doing, just trying to build men, build character. And you see this stuff we do today, I'm like, man, this stuff will never be harder than LSU. I just been in the sun. They always wanted to, I don't know how it was with USFA, but they always wanted the freshmen to work out in the afternoon just because they wanted the freshmen to feel the heat. You're a freshman, so you don't have a say-so when you want to work out. You got to work out in the afternoon when it's 2 o'clock, when it's hot, turf. So it's but he was trying to build men. He was trying to build character. And I appreciate that today. Me going through that testimony, that battle, and it made me who I am today.
Oh, we had it worse, my brother. We had my freshman year was Nick Saban's last year and Tommy Moffitt. Yeah. See, y'all test was the 16 110s. We had to go 26, 24, 22. Like Saban wanted to walk them down.
We had 26, but they always said that
at y'all did 126.
16 of them count. I think you got to pass 16. The other 10 just for to make you run.
So here's what y'all had, because I was Miles' first 4 years. So check this out. This is what they had. The first day they went to summer, they had to do the 26 110s.
Yep.
As long as you passed them, you were good. Everything else was just a 16.
Yeah.
What I'm telling you is Saban used to walk us down. You get that first Monday in the summer. That's 26. Then the next one, 24. Then the next one, 22. And then every Friday, we did stadiums.
Yeah.
Now, I did dodge a bullet. The 03 team dies. They spring 4 quarter was brutal under Saban. Like, those guys that's watching that right now probably going crazy.
Yeah, the 4 quarter drills was brutal, man, because you have to wake up early in the morning. But I got adapted to it, and then they, you give certain guys. I got a couple of them. You give certain guys like yellow shirts.
Yeah.
So I guess you start the line off that day,
right?
Because you're the leader. But like now you look at it, you like it's all funny now. You look at it. You got Tommy Moffitt doing like butt rolls, belly rolls, belly flops. Get out of there, yo. So it's like. Now, like you look at it, it's funny. Now you look at it back. I'm like, man, we were really doing this dumb shit. Like it's really, it's funny. But I mean, you appreciate it because it's like it built me in the man I am today. In some shape or form, it did.
That's 100%.
Well, brother, by the grace of God, born and raised in Louisiana, you are now donning the black and gold. What does that feel like to be a New Orleans Saint?
Man, I was just talking to people, and it was like, and now it's starting to wear on me. Like it's probably the best color in the league. I mean, just to have like the black and gold, and black matches with everything. But it hasn't really hit me, and people think I'm crazy. But I think when I run out the first game, and they call my name, and you hear the fans, you hear my family in the background, and you just hear I just say like in the Superdome, it's like a party every Sunday. So I'm excited to see.
It is, brother.
I mean,
I can't wait. I can't wait for you to be a part of it, brother. Look for me 144, 142. We'll be standing right there.
I'm excited to see it, but just getting back to this, I always been a fan of the Saints, like the swagger. A couple years ago, they won it with 09 with Drew Brees, but even after that, the Saints had top defense. And I always been a fan of like their swagger. So I mean, to bring it and to get it back to how it used to be, like that's the goal, and even better. The Saints last year was like 30th in run defense. And I know that's a big part of the reason why I came in here to help this run defense. And I can't wait because I feel like it's gonna take all 11. And it's not complicated. Everybody just have to do their job. Everybody just gotta, you can't try to make plays that's not for you. Just bend your gap, do your job, and make the plays that's supposed to be made. So I mean, I'm excited for it, man. This is gonna be a great year. I'm excited about our DC coach, Brandon Staley. Excited about our head coach, Kellen Moore. It's gonna be great, man. We got some great pieces, and we just got to put it all together, and the sky's the limit.
If you're just tuning in to Inside the Trenches, you're hearing Davon Godchaux, defensive tackle for the New Orleans Saints. Be sure to check him out this season. My man back home, you heard me.
Big
back
man in the middle. Big
hometown.
9-2 in the middle.
Yes, sir. Number 9-2 in the middle.
Yes, sir.
Can't wait till he run out there. I know the Saints fans are excited to see homegrown once again play again. You were talking about training camp here, being a part of this team, and the difference between here and New England and Miami. And that's interesting because training camp did look a lot different here last year. The season was a lot different here. So this is, you're coming into a New Orleans football team. How does it feel to be a part of that?
First of all, I want to say you mentioned Miami, you mentioned New England. I appreciate both of those places. Like I say, in some shape or form, they shaped me into the man I am today. Love playing, absolutely love playing for Coach Bill Belichick. Taught me a lot about the game. I still can text him to this day here, respond back to me. But, just being down here and seeing Kellen Moore new system and new things, how he do things, I really appreciate it. As a guy who's been in the league going on 9 years now, at some days you need to be recovered. You gotta recover in this league to be at your best. So when Kellen came with his schedule, and me and a lot of the guys, probably all the guys, like we love it. We love it. So when we on the field, we go, and you guys know how to get out here. When we on the field, we going. But when it's time for us to rest and recover and get in the playbook, we doing that. So I appreciate it, man. Like I said, I haven't been around a training camp like this. Been 9 years in the league. This is my best training camp I've been around. Just the way how you let players recover, take care of their bodies. But when we're on the field, we going. We just had a long day yesterday, about a 2-hour practice. It was very long, a lot of team periods, and I appreciate that because you get to look at what you have and get to look at how we can how can we be better as a team? So I'm excited for it. I'm excited to get back out there tomorrow. I'm excited to just really the gel. I feel at home when you're with the guys. We having those stories in the locker room, just talking, just kiki and laughing and stuff like that. But at the same time, we getting together close, having dinners with each other. So I'm excited about this season, man. I think the sky's the limit for us. I know a lot of people don't really care, and a lot of people not giving us a chance. But that's why the game still has to be played in between the white lines. Right. Like Vegas bet, but the game still has to be played in between the white lines.
100%.
Nobody can tell you how the game can go because I never went out on the field to tank or to lose a game. So neither should nobody else. So nobody knows how the game's going to go because the game still has to be played. So that's why when everybody got these score projections about they're going to lose by 14, the card is 14 under or 14 over, the game still has to be played. And that's why I love the game of football because you still have to play the game.
Right.
I love that passion, brother.
Yeah.
And to the average fan, they don't realize that you are identified in free agency as the gentleman to come in to play that nose tackle in this 3-4 to help us stop the run.
Yep.
What does that obviously you know that. Your agent knows that, your family know that. We actually saw your family at training camp, 9-2 jerseys. We loved it.
Yes.
Yep.
What does that feel like knowing that is your job, you identified for it, and this is what we expect from you?
I love it. Because a lot of people call it pressure, but I call it a privilege. You prepare for moments like this by taking reps and reps and reps every day in training camp, every day in practice, because you prepare. I prepare to take that same step. I prepare to shoot my hands a certain way. I prepare to shed blocks. You prepare that by going out, and days like the other day, it was hot, And when you get hot and you get tired, that's when you got to rely on your technique. That's when your technique should come even more into play when you're hot and you're tired, because now that's all you have is your technique. And think about how he feel across the ball from you. He feel probably even worse. He feel even worse, but I can't show it. But that's when my technique come into play. That's when I gotta think more. That's when I gotta think about the play. He's calling what? Rita Linda. He's calling this. He calling that. That's when I gotta start thinking even more because I'm tired. Right. And naturally, my body wants to shut down. Your mind is the most powerful thing on your body. It's the most powerful thing on your body. So anything you can do when this is thinking, you can do anything. So it just come into more knowing that, okay, cool, they're relying on me, but it's relying on 11 people to stop the run. And I always tell it to have some fun because when you stop the run, everybody wants sacks. Yeah. You get sacks on early downs. You get sacks on third downs. A lot of people think, okay, cool, it's third down, it's time to get a sack. But actually, most of the sacks come on first and second down because it's play action pass, it's boot. Right. It's third down, everybody want to pass first. I get it. It's like the money down. Everybody wants to get off the field and get the offensive ball back. I get it, but first, second down just as important as third down. Right. Because if you don't handle your business on first, second down, it's no third down. I done been in games where we didn't even get the third down because we was getting ran off the field. Right. So if you don't take care of first, second down, nobody never. I don't know what Cam Jordan can do. Right. A future Hall of Famer. I don't know what he can do because guess what? I can't get him on the field because we can't stop the run. Yeah. So I mean, it all coverage. We always talk about the rush and the coverage marriage together. If the back end doing their job, the front end doing their job, it's a good chance the back end going to have success. If the back end doing good, it's a good chance the front end is going to have success. So you all have to marriage it together and become one, and that makes a great defense.
Yeah, I'm so glad he's saying this, and this is. I was just talking to the Concord kids about this the other day. A lot of folks in this era is focused on pass rush. Man, let's get to the rush. How can I improve that? We got to get to third down.
They getting paid. They getting crazy amount of money. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, at the end of the day, we all want to be financially stable. But at the end of the day, Coach was talking about this yesterday, and he was like, we all got millions. Now it's time, like let's go win now, because we all can take care of our families. But what you gonna leave? What you want to leave this game as? Oh, guy, I just got a lot of money. What else you want people to say about you when you leave this game of football? Oh, man, the biggest thing that somebody can say about me is I played the game the right way. To me, that means more than any Pro Bowl, any All Pro. He played the game the right way. He played the game support. Because a lot of people who make those accolades, and that's good for them Pro Bowls, All Pro. A lot of people, they just care about individual stats, right? And that's great, and that's because you work hard for that, but. I want somebody to say about me when I leave this game, oh, man, he was a great teammate. He played the game the right way. He was reliable. He was consistent. All those things, those things are never, you can never get rid of those. You can never get rid of those things. And, I'm just excited to be back home, man. This is going to be a great season. I can't wait to put on the black and gold, run out for the first time and just hear all the fans screaming. And hopefully we get a fan something to cheer about, wins. And nothing's more important in this league than winning. Because if you don't win, then everybody's job's on the line. So, I mean, nothing more important in this game is winning. Winning is the first priority, and you win together with a team. So I'm excited about that.
Well, I definitely trust that because we definitely need the win, and I do trust that the defense will be better because of the Brandon Staley and the 3-4 defense.
Yep.
The nose tackle position is such a unselfish position.
Oh yeah,
you are a giver. You know, you had your fun. You know, you give back today.
Yeah.
What is it like for a nose tackle to get in the backfield and make the plays that you know you can make?
It's like a relief off your back because, like you said, it's such a position of sacrifice. A lot of people who don't know ball don't really understand that. And when you get the opportunity to be one-on-one, whether that's in the run game or pass game, you got to take advantage of it. Whether that's me pushing the pocket, putting the center on top of the quarterback, you know, and Carl Granderson and Chase Young, Cam Jordan come around the edge and, you know, getting a sack or, you know, we all getting a sack, you know. So it's such a position. When you get the one-on-one, you've been double-teamed for so long in the game.
Real talk.
When you get the one-on-one, take advantage of it.
Right.
Annihilate the center. And no center should never better block a nose. No, but to me, I like to annihilate all three of the guys. The center, the guard, the guard.
Yeah.
And if the tackle wants something, you come get something.
Hello.
So I mean, I like to make my presence be felt, and it all starts with my hands. It all starts with my hands, my eyes, my feet, making sure all that stuff correlate up with each other. And man, it's such an unselfish position. And you see guys like one of my favorite players I love to watch, a nose tackle in this league. I think he played the games the right way. Is Dexter Lawrence. I love watching Dexter Lawrence. I'm a big fan of Dexter Lawrence. I love watching this game, and because in the run game, he remind me of myself, like just heavy hands, putting hands on people, not trying to swim around blocks. And sometimes it's okay to do a little change up every now and then, but I love people who play the game the right way. And a nose tackle is such an unselfish position. It's you have to sacrifice because you got Demario Davidson relying on you. You got Pete Warner relying on you. Right. So you got guys like that relying on you to do your job so they can do their job. So, I mean, it's such an unselfish position. But like you said, when you get a chance to get that one-on-one and get in the backfield, take advantage of it. Hit a celly every now and then because
there you go.
you don't get that. You don't get it. You don't get it. You know, so
it's really you're right. It's really a position where you make a lot of sacrifice, especially what we're doing here in New Orleans. You got 3 down linemen with their hands in the dirt, 2 guys up and they're flying around, and that's something we really hadn't seen heavy around here since the Dome Patrol. And I think that some of the older Saints fans could really appreciate this new look, so I look forward to that continuing.
Kind of new old look, right? Because during the Dome Patrol, we did run a 3-4.
Yeah, that's right.
When y'all say Dome Patrol, was I even born then?
You wasn't born yet.
No.
Yeah. So this is Sam Mills.
I'm 30 years old, by the way.
There you go. Right.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
He just mature soul.
Okay.
Well, so we had the 4 linebackers. We had inside we had Sam Mills and Vaughn Johnson, and then outside we had Ricky Jackson and Pat Swilling.
Ricky Jackson,
the only linebacker core to ever all go to the Pro Bowl.
They all went to the Pro Bowl in 1 year.
Wow.
Yeah, I was a legit back there. How they say it out in BR?
I heard all those names though.
Yeah,
but was I even born then?
For sure. But let me tell you, the Dome Patrol would not have been what they were without the gentlemen up front.
Yep.
Frank Warren, the guys that put hands on guys so 100%. Those guys can flow. And we know your position is a very unselfish position. Right now, I want you to be selfish. What are your goals for 2025, brother?
Well, every year coming in, a lot of nose tackle. A lot of people could appreciate this who know ball. Every year I'm like 60+ tackles. Last year I led the lead in run stops, which was 35.
Yes, you did.
I pride on that. That's, I'm always looking to lead the lead in run stops. If you don't know, a run stop is like a negative gain or a 1 yard gain or something like that. I led the lead last year in run stop, so that's really like a big goal for me. But just really to have #1 run defense in the league, top 5 for sure. But I always pride myself on being #1. My second last year in New England, we was #1 in run defense. So teams averaging about right at 3 yards to carry on us. So I always pride myself in that because I feel like once you have that, the foundation of having a brick wall, you can do everything else. You can allow guys to be themselves and allow guys to go make plays. You know what I'm saying? So I in the offense, nothing like getting the offense the ball back. it's nothing like coming. It's kind of like Big Fabe when, and we LSU guys, but when Bama played LSU in the national, LSU couldn't cross the 50-yard line.
That's right. Yeah.
And
11.
And Alabama didn't have a bunch of pass rushers. They didn't have no guys averaging 10 sacks a year. They had a bunch of guys stopping the run. Because LSU wanted to do what with Jordan Jefferson. They wanted to do the option.
They was on it.
Exactly. So they was on it. So it's kind of like, it's nothing like having a team can't run a ball. Like it's almost like suffocating somebody.
It helps the offense.
Like you can't do nothing. You gotta throw the ball. You have to because you can't pass the ball. So it just, when LSU, when that game happened, I'm like, man, like I was watching that game. I don't even know what grade I was in, but I remember that LSU couldn't do nothing. Like they couldn't. So just kind of having that pride. It takes pride to have a great defense. And the first thing comes to me when you have a great defense, a great team is stopping the run, running the football on offense, and playing great special teams. Because everybody in the playoffs, they can run a ball, they can stop the run, and they can cover kicks. They can So I mean, that's really got to be your bread and butter.
No doubt. Well,
brother, I don't know if you know dates, but I'm gonna give you one right now.
Yep.
November 30th, 2025. That would be. Let me help you. That would be Thanksgiving weekend. The New Orleans Saints play the Miami Dolphins in Miami. Knowing that you were drafted by the Miami Dolphins, please tell the people what type of feeling. I know what kind of feelings I'm having about that game.
For real.
What type of feelings you having about going back to Miami with the black and gold on, baby?
Man, it's always great to go back down to South Florida. I mean, that's one of my residents in the off season. It's great being down there. It's great when I got drafted there. They took me in as a young kid coming from LSU, Louisiana. And they showed me great things. They took me with open arms. So I have no resent against them at all. But of course, I want to win. I'm in the black and gold, so I want to win. And we can be friends after the game, but during the game is all talk between the white lines and playing great football, playing great defense, which I pride that we would play this year, and just getting the win, man. It's always. I mean, it's gonna be hot down there. And what people don't know about the Dolphin Stadium is the visitor side is where the sun is.
That's right. Yeah.
So if you guys come to that game, try to get tickets on the home side.
Brother, we're going to be at the ball, baby. Don't even worry about it. We're going to be at the ball.
So because their sideline, like even when my wife came one year, I was with New England, and the sun hits you right and it hits the sideline and it hits the stands too. So that game is brutal. So if anybody come, I recommend them getting tickets on the Dolphin side because it's going to be hot. So.
Well, D, before we let you go, man, we like our guests when they come on the show to have a message to whether it's the young folks or whomever. Yeah. For you, it's young defensive tackles in college right now, high school, that want to be in the position you in. That's your camera right over there. What's your message to the young D tackle trying to make?
Hello, people. My message to you today would just be stay the path. A lot of people are going to tell you what you can't do. And my message to that is do whatever you feel like doing. Hard work can have you reach unbelievable heights. Keep going, trust in yourself, have faith, put God first, and the sky's the limit. Hard work beats anything. Hard work always beats talent when you're not working hard. So keep working hard, keep it going, man. Put God first, and the sky's the limit for you.
Amen to that one. Yeah. Well, he's Davon Godchaux. Y'all be sure to go follow him right now on the social media. Child Down on Instagram or wherever you do your social media in that. Be sure to go check out the childdown.com for more information about his foundation. Number 92.
Yeah, big man in the middle.
In the middle for the New Orleans Saints. Y'all make sure y'all lock in. You heard me? It's them Tigers, baby. You know how we do it. Yeah. The run stop, baby. That's how we eat.
Defense, New Orleans Saints.
Yes, indeed. Well, y'all don't go nowhere. We'll be right back here on Inside the Trenches on ESPN Baton Rouge. Hello, somebody.